Hello everybody and welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about MANTAH Corp. Who are they? Why are they in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous? And we're going to be talking about Kenji's dad potentially being the head of MANTAH Corp in Season 4 and them heading to Isla sorna for Season 4. So we got all that coming up. So as always, if you like this video, please give it a like. It really helps me out. And if you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to subscribe for more on the channel. With that, let's get straight into today's video. So before we talk about Kenji's dad, let's talk a little bit about MANTAH Corp. Who are they? What do we actually know about MANTAH Corp? Well, we've seen them a little bit in Season 1, obviously where we found out that Sammy was working for MANTAH Corp, and we know that they are a bioengineering company making dinosaurs, and they're a direct competitor to Masrani Corp and potentially Biocen as well. So we know that little bit about them. We barely see them in Season 2, and now they've made a comeback in Season 3, where you see the drone flying around on the island, where you see the drone slightly in Season 1 as well. So we know that a little bit about them. They are quite a mysterious company, and we know that they clearly want to get their hands on some type of dinosaur DNA because they've asked Sammy to spy for them and get all kinds of information, and they're using these drones on the island to potentially look for something. So in Season 3 we get to see that drone following E750 around. Well, it looks like it's following E750. It could be looking for something else, which is very, very interesting, because that would tell me if you're flying a drone, you'd have to be pretty close, because the nearest mainland would be 100 miles or so, which would be Costa Rica or Isla sorna. So they could be piloting the drones from the island. They're clearly going to have some type of build-up. They're going to have a massive part, I think, in Season 4 and Season 5, because we've barely seen them. So this tells me that they're going to have to feature quite heavily in Season 4 and Season 5. Now, where does that bring Kenji's dad? So we hear snippets of information about Kenji's dad, and there's very little known on him apart from the fact that we know he's got lots and lots of money. So why do I think he is in somehow related to MANTAH Corp and potentially one of the head people at that corporation? So we're going to delve into that. So think back to Camp Cretaceous Season 3, where Kenji is going to take them to his father's penthouse, this exclusive penthouse on Isla Nublar. Super exclusive, high skyscraper building, which his father has got a penthouse on the top, potentially even owns. When they get inside then, you can see that there's a statue, and it's made entirely of gold. And it's said that this was a gift from Masrani himself. So obviously Kenji's dad is very, very influential, and he's obviously well known and known by Mr. Masrani himself to actually have a gift from him. So he's obviously a very influential character. He also buys skyscrapers. He plays golf with the president apparently as well, and was able to get his hands on some of these secret prototype games, and it all just hints to some character development for Kenji's dad. Why else would they be bringing Kenji's dad into it so much, showing pictures of him, showing Kenji with his family, kind of like a loveless family, if there wasn't going to be any type of character development there? You know, at the end of any of the seasons, Season 4, Season 5, if Kenji was just to go back to his loveless life, it'd be kind of pointless. There has to be some type of character development there involving Kenji's dad. And my guess is that his father is somehow involved in MANTAH Corp and is operating on Isla sorna, because I think the gang are going to Isla sorna for Season 4. Everything seems to be pointing in that direction, and obviously the battle with MANTAH Corp. And I think Kenji's dad is somehow involved there. I think we're going to see some type of battle on Isla sorna, where the gang end on Isla sorna somehow for Season 4 and Season 5. And they're somehow going to uncover that Kenji's father is indeed working for MANTAH Corp, or indeed the head of MANTAH Corp. This is how he could have made his money to buy these skyscrapers, and he's keeping it on the lowdown. He's actually funding MANTAH Corp, and he himself wants to make his own dinosaurs on Isla sorna, keeping all this top secret, because we do know that Camp Cretaceous Season 4 and 5 are going to tie perfectly into Jurassic World Dominion. And why do I think it's on Isla sorna? Well, I covered that in a previous video here, so give that a watch if you haven't seen it. So they're obviously heading to Isla sorna, and I think Manticop has their own type of base there, or own type of lab set up there, maybe even leased from Mr. Masrani himself because Kenji's dad was so influential. Who knows? But I definitely think we're going to see Isla Sorna for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 4, and I think there's going to be all types of character development there for Kenji and for his father. Like I said, why else would they be hinting and showing all this stuff about Kenji's dad, how rich he is, blah de blah de blah, if they're not somehow going to link that into the seasons? It would make a perfect plot twist in my eyes to bring Kenji's father into this, to be the head of MANTAH Corp, and obviously Sammy working for MANTAH Corp as well. I think it would just tie things up rather nicely and be a great plot twist and be a great plot for Season 4 and Season 5 that you're actually going up against Kenji's father once they find that out. It'll be like an internal struggle for Kenji because obviously it's his father, but at the same time MANTAH Corp are doing some wrongs and he has to right them. So that's my thoughts on a plot line for Season 4 and potentially then going into Season 5. So what do you guys think of that? Do you think Kenji's dad could be indeed at the head of MANTAH Corp? Do you think he could be just slightly involved somehow, maybe giving them some funding? Or maybe just you think this is just a shot in the dark? Do you think he's not involved at all? But then why would they be going into all this detail about him being super famous, showing pictures of him, getting you kind of emotionally involved? That's what I think it points to. But please let me know in the comments below if you think I'm way off track here. But please let me know, guys. Let's have a great discussion about it because that's what we're here for. I'd like to remind you to like this video if you did enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to see more. There's plenty on the channel and we're actually on the charge. Let's see if we can hit 3,000 subscribers. I'd also like to thank my Patreons for supporting me and my YouTube members. Without you guys, I really couldn't be making these videos. And I'd like to thank you for watching. Again, I'm blown away that you guys want to watch my content. So I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Hope you have a great day, great evening, great night, wherever you are in the world. I'm Shadows, and I will catch you in the next one.